Okay. Good morning, students. Today we are going to deal the one of the strategies under pricing that is known as effect of pricing, effect of internet on pricing. Okay. What we here today we are going to learn that what is the effect, what are those effects which should be incurred on the basis of internet which is being done on pricing. Okay, how does the internet affects the pricing of a product or services? Okay, as we know, since costs have become transparent to customers, this has meant greater threat for companies that charge inordinately high prices without enough justification. Okay, sellers do not want customers to know the cost of the products and services they sell. Exactly, today the sellers don't in a mood to know seller don't want that their customers would know the cost of the product or services they sell. Okay, they want customers to believe that their prices are justified, or all the sellers are in a move to just that they are going to justify their customers, whatever the prices which is being taken by the company or the sellers, that should be justified from the customers. They advertise that their products and services offer unique benefits and have been able to convince customers to pay premium prices for their offerings. Okay, buyers on the other hand would like to know the cost of the goods they buy. Okay, they want to know if the seller is charging them excessively. Okay, the internet has eased. So this is what a very basic practice that today most of the customers are eager to know that what is the cost of the product and services and how much excessive amount is being charged by these resellers. Okay, these retailers, resellers or wholesalers, how much they are charging, how excessive they are charging rather than the manufacturing unit. Okay, so the internet, so to make this problem of a customer, internet has eased the search for information. Okay, information on the internet has made the search process more efficient for the customer. He does not have to hop from one store to the other to compare offerings of different providers. Exactly, the internet provider provides extensive information about prices, features and quality of products. Customers can compare prices, features and quality of products and services of various sellers through internet only. There are websites. Wholesale task is to enable customers to make such comparisons. Exactly, there are various types of websites which make the wholesale task, which shows the wholesale market, which shows the various YouTube channels has also come up, which most of the wholesalers are making the YouTube channels with the professionals, and they just try to display the price of the products to the customers. And today the customers just move towards those YouTube channels and try to get each and information related to the price of the products. Okay, there are online databases of reviews and ratings of products. Exactly, product experiences of customers are also easily available on the net, and as customer know more about prices, features and quality of products of numerous sellers, their long held notions about how price and cost are related start crumbling. So these are the different types of things which should be mentioned related to the pricing or cost, which the customers try to find out easily from where? From the internet. Okay, now cost transparency. So this makes what? This makes a kind of transparency in the cost. So cost transparency, it generates what? The internet, the information which the customers takes from the internet, it generates a kind of transparency, okay, among the customers related to the prices. So cost transparency turns products and services into commodities. It has become very difficult to distinguish between online stock trading companies. They all provide nearly the same information and services and charge similarly. Exactly. One thing more, that cost transparency weakens customer loyalty towards brands. Fast moving consumer goods companies have been relying on sales promotion extensively. Customers inferred that companies were making a profit even at the reduced prices, and hence the reduced prices were a good estimation of the company's costs. They began to believe that regular prices were excessive and switched to private labels. Procter and Gamble had to resort to everyday low price strategy in response. Exactly. One thing more about cost transparency. What is that? Cost transparency can damage a company's reputations by creating perceptions of price unfairness. When cost became clearer, consumers start believing that the companies have been charging excessive from them all the while. Okay, these are what the drawbacks which comes in front of the company personnel while the customer used to find the prices of the product from internet with the basis of the internet. Okay, now so on one hand we can say that if the customers have got an opportunity to find out that from the entire internet, from the entire net, the information related to the products, the prices of the products, the quality, the features, and they can easily compare. They don't have to hop up from one market to another for just comparing the prices of the products. Okay, so at that case, there should be a kind of threat to the companies. These internets has become a kind of threat. To whom? Threat to the companies. And at that time, what does the company does? What are those strategies which are being played by the companies so that they can just minimize these kinds of threats when the customers are looking upon the cost and prices of the products from the internet. Okay, so let us know the strategies. So the strategies which is being played by the company are, what are those strategies? The very first strategy is price lining or tiered pricing or versioning. versioning. Okay, the first strategy is what? Price lining, 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 or tiered pricing or versioning. Okay, what does it mean? It is the practice of offering different products and services at various price points to meet different customers' needs. The different prices reflect the value that the customers are delivering from a different version of the product and service. It is becoming a common practice for information products. Okay, for common practice for information products. It means that this is price lining is what, where the customers, where the company used to practice. It is a practice on the basis of which the company should offer different products and services at various price points to meet the different customers' needs. Okay, whatever the needs of the customers, accordingly they show the products, and different categories of products would be assorted by the companies. Like America, for example, America Online offers 5 options that vary according to the level of subscriber usage. Okay, America Online is a company. What they do in America, in USA, what they do, they just set the prices according to the subscriber usage. They have partitioned the subscriber on 5 different bases, and accordingly they show the prices and according to their needs. The next strategy is smart or dynamic pricing. Okay, the next strategy is what? Smart or dynamic pricing. The company varies in this smart or dynamic pricing. What is being done? The company varies its price from one market to another depending on market conditions, differences in the cost of serving individual customers, and variations in the way customers value the offerings. For example, of different markets, they just the cost of the prices, the price of the products and services will vary accordingly from market to market. Okay, for example, airlines, auto dealers, and car rental companies have been following their strategy. Okay, different. If we talk about the car rental, for example, these car rental, most of the car rental companies are there. Okay, so those car rental companies used to charge differently. Okay, if we talk about they charge differently in Ranchi, they charge in Delhi, the charge is different, and everywhere the charge is totally different. Okay, so now the third pricing strategy is bundling. Okay, the third pricing strategy is what? Bundling. When companies bundle 2 or more products together, it is difficult for a customer to ascertain the price of every single product in the bundle. The customer focuses on the value that he delivers from the entire bundle rather than the cost of every individual item. Computer manufacturers bundle their internet services with their PCs. Exactly. For example, most of the computer companies, most of the computer manufacturing companies, they bundle their products on the basis of the products only. Okay. So the fourth strategy is providing more benefits. Exactly. Companies should strive to improve the benefits that their products or services offer. Any company that is a leader in its category should continue to build on the quality of its products and should clearly communicate the superior quality to its customers. Even when customers can easily ascertain the real cost of making the product, they will continue to prefer those products that have better quality. Such products will have the ability to charge premium prices from customers. Exactly, this is what providing more benefits. It means that we have to show more quality, we have to show more utilization and benefits that the customers are going to carry from the products and services. On that base also we can charge the companies can charge from the customers. And the last strategy is known as what? Innovation strategy. An effective way of countering cost transparency is through innovation. Customers will reward makers of new and distinctive products that improve their lives. Exactly, innovations are being done, new products would be added, new products would be launched, new innovations would be done in the products and services. At that time also these companies can charge from the customers. Okay students, thank you to all of you.